Hey guys, it's Garry Dean, Rapid Ride Rehab. So I got a phone call from my good buddies over there at Tampa Bay Powersports recently, and they had an issue with this custom painted tank from a bike that's discontinued. The bike will never run again, but it's, I guess, nostalgia for the guy, and it needs to be fixed. Let me show you what we're working on. I'm going to show you, basically tell you my plan to fix it. So here's the tank, pretty cool. Got some skulls and whatnot in there. But this, I guess, another bike hit it and the handlebar, put a big dent in it. They got some of the dent out. It is still very low. I am going to attempt to fill this a little bit, sand it lightly, and then I did pick up some paint that will match hopefully pretty okay. It is a tri-coat. So here's the base. And then here's the pearl, or it's called candy really. So I got the base and the pearl, and I'm going to try to fill this, shoot a little bit of primer on it. I am likely going to use my little airbrush guy. I have a much nicer, bigger airbrush situation if this does not end up working out, but I'm just going to airbrush the color in. I'm going to try to get it as flat as possible, and then I'm going to re-clear coat the whole tank. So that is the plan, and that's what we're working with. Not trying for perfect, because perfection isn't going to be reality. We're just really looking to make it less of an eyesore so that I think the guy's going to sell the bike. So there we go. All right, well, I'll bring you back shortly. I just gave her an alcohol wipe down. I'm going to tape it up to try to localize this repair, and I'm going to do my best, and that's all you can do. All right, we'll be back when I got something done. Okay, so I have filled it, and it is smooth. Really smooth. I've got it finished with 320. I'm going to grab my airbrush, tape up a little area so I can get some primer on that, and then we're just going to blow on a little bit of paint. Like I said, I've got my base clear. I've got a couple other options, which are older paints that I have that are similar, so I'm going to actually see which one is the closest to this paint right here. But really, we're just trying to get this eyesore to blend in with the rest without your eyeball going straight to it. I did start sanding or scuffing up the entire tank with the gray Scotch-Brite, because I'm gonna put 2 coats of high solids clear on the whole tank after I get done with the paint. But I wanted to show you guys it is filled, and there's no more dip there, so that's good. Maybe just a slight dip. It feels pretty okay. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and rock with that. Get some paint, get some primer on it, get some paint on it, and then clear coat this whole fender or tank. But that's where we're at now. Bring you back soon. All right, I got her all primed up. Now I'm going to give it just a little bit and sand it and get some paint on this thing. So I'll bring you back whenever it's done. All right, I got the first kind of dusting. Well, there's 2 coats on there. So I got the base laid down. Unfortunately, I had to go up in. I mean, there's no way to do this without intruding on the art. But it's going to look okay, I hope. That dent's pretty much gone, so that's a good thing. I'm about to put the candy on now, and then I'll sand the rest of the situation out and get some clear on it. It's got some random inconsistencies, but again, it's a showpiece, not a rider. So that is the base down. Now I got to shoot the intercoat or the candy on it. And I'm about to get that all mixed up right now. If I can find it. Oh, it's right here. So I'll get this all mixed up. I'll bring you back when I've got that shot on this bad boy. All right, so I got the blend done. Paint looks good, matches okay. I just had to, unfortunately, there's nothing you can do when you're so close to art, and I would love to get into airbrushing. I have not as of yet. So I don't have the stencils for skulls and that kind of thing. But what I was trying to do is just get the color blended in a blob big enough and, well, small enough where it didn't intrude on much more of the art. But you can see the edge of this was right there. So we didn't go maybe 1/4 of an inch into that art, and then I just went just a little bit over top of that skull, and then I tried to go blend out here, out there, and then up into there a little bit. So I got the color pretty right. I don't hate it. As you look at it from the top, if you don't like look around real hard, your eye doesn't draw you over there, so that's good. It's pretty flat as well, so I'm pretty happy with that repair. I'm just getting the rest of the tank scuffed up with some basically 600 grit-ish. And I noticed that there is a run. Well, there was a run. It's a little bit of a sag. I'm going to try to get some of that out. So I'm going to put 2 coats of I only use high solids clear. I don't use any cheap crap. So I'm going to put 2 coats of high solids clear on this to cover everything up. But I want to get rid of that run first. I want to get this thing looking as good as it can for my boys over there at Tampa Bay Powersports. As you guys know, I have had, well, maybe you don't, but I have had a wonderful relationship with them for years and years and years, and they use me for a lot of stuff. They're wonderful as far as doing deals on Powersports stuff. So if you need some Powersports stuff, motorcycles, jet skis, side-by-sides, ATVs, all the things, check out Tampa Bay Powersports. But I'm going to sand a little bit of this run out and then make sure it's good and scuffed. I'm going to give it a isopropyl alcohol wipe down, and then I'm going to use my Minimite 5 today, my turbine sprayer, to put a couple of good coats of clear on this thing, and then I'll leave it overnight. I will likely cut and buff it tomorrow and then return it tomorrow afternoon. So that's where we're at. I'm going to go ahead and get some more done, and I'll bring you back. All right, so I just took a 320 to 400 grit pad, and I got a lot of it out. You can still see it's right there. I got a lot of it out, but I'm not going to continue because I don't have any of this paint, and I sure don't want to mess up that artwork. I just wanted to get a little bit more of it out. Once I get a couple coats of clear on here, it'll be a little high there, but I'll be able to cut and buff it out and make it not noticeable at all. Not sure why whoever painted this didn't get it out, but anyway, it's good to go for now until I get some clear on it. So I'm going to go ahead and get it prepped and get set up to spray some clear. All right, she's all prepped and ready for clear coat. All right, time to get set up and get her done. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I got her all done. I got a decent match. I'm actually very impressed with the paint match. I mean, this is where I have not cut and buff it. I'm not even sure if I'm going to. It does not look overly peely. It actually looks pretty good. Got a little dust nibs in it, but I think it's okay. Anyway, I might do a light scuff and a buff, but I did my best to stay out of the art as best I could. Just blended it in there, and then I put 2 coats of high solids clear all over this bad boy. It has had a repair before right here. You can still kind of see the dent where it was, but they sprayed some of that gray. You can see it's darker. And then where there was that run was right there. And it looks pretty good. I mean, good enough really not to revisit it. So that's kind of where we're at. But I sent pictures to my boy Joel at Tampa Bay Powersports. That's my guy over there that I generally deal with. He's the man that handles this kind of stuff. And he's happy with how it turned out. And so am I. So I'll be returning this thing. I'm going to let it cure overnight. Probably give it a quick cut and buff tomorrow, and then I'll return it on Thursday. So turned out really good. The gloss is amazing, and the repair looks really good. So all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Give me a call at 813-846-4406. Again, this is Garry Dean, Rapid Ride Rehab. Auto body and paint, detailing, premium detailing services, ceramic coatings, metal fabrication. If you need your brake calipers painted, if you need anything custom done, I'm your guy. Again, 813-846-4406. My shop's in Holiday, Florida, just northwest of Tampa. I'm also mobile for some things. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day.